So I just nonchalantly said, "I'd like to give you a kidney." My name is Pennie and I became a living kidney donor on December 2nd, 2013 for my Aunt Louise. Louise is my mom's youngest sister, and when my mom and dad were married and lived in a little house in Mannington, there was a little tiny house behind my mom and dad's house that my Aunt Louise and my Uncle Blaine lived in. And they were just married. There's several years between my mom and Louise. So my Aunt Louise had just been married only a few years. And my mom at that point was pregnant with me and had me. So Blaine and Louise didn't have any kids yet. So I was the baby. And they watched over me, and I became the favorite of her because of that early bonding with her. We just always had a close bond. Closer than my other aunts and uncles. I don't remember exactly when I found out that she was going to need a kidney. I knew that she was going to start dialysis. So the process, she gave the information that she was going to need a kidney, but she really didn't tell me that because she thought I would give a kidney. So whenever I went to see her at dialysis every Saturday. I could only visit her for an hour on Saturdays, and she went 3 days a week, but that was the only day I could go because I was off. Yes, her son Ryan was a candidate. Her oldest son was not a candidate because he has also diabetes, and so her youngest son Ryan was going to be tested. There was another lady plus me, and Ryan could not donate because he just couldn't get through the process as quickly as I did because he had other issues with his wife who had had an accident, and so he had some serious issues with her to take care of her, so he could not get through the testing as fast as I could. Well, when I found out, or when I wanted to donate, I didn't think I was going to pass all the tests to begin with, so that was kind of just off the top of my head, okay, I'll give you a kidney because I have some health issues of my own, so I didn't think I was going to be able to pass any of those tests. So the first test I believe we had to have was, of course, blood typing, and I already knew my blood type. So then when I passed that test, or when I knew that my blood type would be matching to hers, then the second test was going to be if our bloods wouldn't fight each other. And so they had to check and make sure that they would put her blood and my blood together to see if they would fight each other with swords and shields. And at no point did I say that I was going to not, or that I wish I had not volunteered, but many times through the testing, as I went through all the testing, I thought, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into this time? Well, there's always that possibility when you have surgery, and I've never had a major surgery before, so that was a concern of mine. And being a single mom was another concern because I didn't want to leave my kid by herself. But of course, there's always that thought in your head, am I going to die, or is she going to die? And so that was, definitely, but I kept praying about it, and I thought if God's past, get me through these tests, then He's going to get me through the surgery the same. We, after they prepped us, or got us into our clothes or whatever they put on you for surgery, we were sitting in like a holding room, side by side, and waiting for the doctor. He was stuck in traffic. They were going to do my surgery first, so they were waiting for him to come. And she was on my left, and we sat there and we talked, and of course they're hooking us up, and the anesthesiologists are coming in and talking to us about what's going to happen. Excuse me. Then after everyone left the room, there was a couple people across the way that were going to have surgery as well. But after it was just her and I sitting there side by side, she kept saying more than once that you can back out of this at any time. I won't love you any less. And I told her no, that I was going through it because I was already dressed for surgery. So we were going to do it. And God was going to get us through it. I remember that specifically because it was such a relief. And I remember that, well, first of all, when I came to in the room, and I was thinking, wonder if they actually were able to do the surgery, because sometimes they get in there and they can't do it for some reason. So I kind of moved my body a little bit, thought, oh, yep, they did it, because there was a pain there. And I thought, okay. So then I'm not sure how long after that when they came in and told us that Louise had done well through surgery and that they had put the kidney in and everything was good, and that had started working pretty much immediately. She was already producing urine, and I just remember what such a relief that was to me, to for both of us to go through all of that and to know that it was going to be working for her. We left the hospital on Tuesday, which seemed like quick, donating a kidney, but I was doing okay, and my kidney was producing the urine, and the creatinine is what they measure, so everything was fine. And I originally thought we had to stay in Pittsburgh for 5 days, but I was wrong. But we had scheduled time with a family house in Pittsburgh, and we ended up calling it the group home because my two sisters went with me, and they brought crafts. So one of their crafts was taking a bunch of rubber gloves from the hospital, and they blew them up and made a Christmas kidney tree. They brought bags of kidney beans and a glue gun, and they made kidney ornaments to hand out to everyone. Our first anniversary, of course, was December 2nd, 2014, and they wanted to take me out to dinner to celebrate, so they took me to one of our favorite restaurants, Savoy's, here in Fairmont, and she brought me a gift, and this one was their first anniversary. It's an actual stone that's shaped like a kidney, of course, that one of the ladies, she had ordered it, and apparently this person makes these and sells quite a bit of them, but she picked that out because green is my favorite color, so that's one of that's our first anniversary. I feel like I'm healthier now because, and you would think that, giving up a kidney and having one less kidney would make you less healthier, but my doctor here in Fairmont keeps a good eye on that, and they test my kidney function and my creatinine, and both of those are very good. But about 2000, well, first of all, Dr. Tivar told me he cautioned me not to gain any weight over the next 20 years. He said, you don't want to be in the same position as your aunt, because she was in her 70s, I'm in my 50s. He said, just be careful not to do that. So about the end of 2015, my company offered a benefit with Weight Watchers we would get half off on that price. So I decided that I would try that because I wanted to lose some weight, and I had lost weight for the surgery, but not a lot, and I just felt like I could be healthier, and I did not want to have kidney trouble down the road because, I only have one. So over the process of about 9 months, I lost 35 pounds, and everything is still functioning perfectly. I'm much healthier, I feel better, and I'm able to do exercise and have much more energy to do the things that I want to do. One thing that gives me peace of mind with the kidney donation is that if I ever needed a kidney myself, then I would be at the top of the list to receive one. So that gives me and my family peace of mind. That was one of the things that they were very happy to find out when they found that out. The dynamic between me and Louise has changed because I think she feels like she owes me something, and I don't feel that way. She's very generous in her giving of birthdays, especially, and not especially, but for my birthday and then also for my daughter's birthday, and Christmas. She's very generous in that manner, and I feel like she thinks she owes me, and I don't feel that way.